Hello stampers and welcome to Laura's Stamp Pad. Today I just wanted to do some of Laura's quick tips and do some basic measurements for your card bases. So I know I get a lot of questions asking about paper cutting because a lot of times at my classes I do all the cutting for my customers and all they do is come and do the assembling and the technique and the stamping and things like that. Everything's already pre-cut for them. So I wanted to go over some basics. Of course, we start with a piece of cardstock that is 8.5 by 11. So here I have a piece of crumb cake that's 8.5 by 11. Of course, we have 11 and 8.5. So if you cut your card in half along the 11, which would be at 5.5, then you will actually get two card bases. So these are the basic card base, which is 5.5 by 8.5. And for that, you can do a card like this. So of course, this card can open like this. It can also open like this. So you have little options like that. The other way that you can do your card base is to cut going the other direction. So here I have my 8.5 by 11 and I actually cut along the 8.5. So I cut along this side at 4.25. So we have 4.25 by 11. And that's just right in half going in the other direction. For this card, then you can create a card like this that opens from the side like a book. You can also have it like an easel kind of, and it opens up like this. So both ways are super fabulous and great ways to create your card bases. When it comes to card layers, I usually go 1/4 inch in. So for example, for both of these cards here, I have the lovely lipstick layer as well as the Whisper White layer, just 1/4 inch in from the card front, making it 4 inches by 5.25. So that's what both of those pieces are. If you would like a little bit more showing, you could always go 1/2 inch in, which is what I did for this card. This card measures 3 3/4 by 5 inches. I typically go by 1/4 inches just because I find eighths to be a little bit more confusing and a little bit harder to see on my paper trimmer. I just find those quarters to be so much easier to work with and so much easier to spot real quickly on my paper trimmer. So that's usually what I do. Every once in a while I want just a little border, so I go in by eighths. Usually it's not really an eighth as much as it's 2 little notches rather than 4 little notches on my paper trimmer. So let me know, do you like to do eighths or quarters when you are doing your layers of your card fronts and pieces on the decoration there up front? So I'd love to hear from you guys in the comments below. Also, let me know which sort of card base do you typically use. Do you cut your paper in half at 5.5 or do you cut it in half at 4.25? So let me know in the comments below. I would love to see if there is a consensus where everybody does one or the other, or if it's a little bit up in the air and 50-50 on what you guys like to do. So I can't wait to see your comments below. Of course, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Be sure to subscribe if you're new, as I post every Tuesday and Thursday. And don't forget to hit the bell so that you get notifications when I do post, and then you won't miss out on any other of my fabulous inspiration and tutorials, as well as these quick tips. Don't forget to check out my blog, laurastamppad.com, to see more fun and fabulous ideas too. Happy stamping, everyone. Bye-bye.